I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Everyone has their go-to Christmas comfort flick, and different generations tend to gravitate toward various classics. Two of those comedy favorites just happen to take place in chilly Chicago suburbs and revolve around precocious little blonde boys with serious but very different priorities. There's A Christmas Story, director Bob Clark's charming 1983 adaptation of Gene Shepard's semi-autobiographical account of youth, and Home Alone, Chris Columbus's self-explanatory 1990 comedy directed from a script by John Hughes. But which of these kids deserves the most Christmas cheer? There's only one way to find out. Face Off! Disclaimer: no actual science was used to determine the outcome of Face Off. Your results may vary. Please do not consume Face Off if you are allergic to conjecture, opinion, or general nonsense. Peter Billingsley is most well remembered for A Christmas Story, but before the festive classic was even released, he had actually starred in over 100 commercials and earned a nomination for Best Young Comedian at the Young Artist Awards. Billingsley plays Ralphie Parker, a middle-class kid growing up in 1940 northern Indiana. His main priority is getting the ultimate present.
For weeks, I had been scheming to get my mitts on one of these fearsome blue steel beauties.
An official Red Ryder carbine-action 200-shot range model air rifle. Billingsley makes an impact as a lad who's on the cusp of adolescent intelligence but finds himself let down by emotions. And the young actor perfectly encapsulates what it's like to be a kid who understands a lot but not everything.
Ralph!
Macaulay Culkin, on the other hand, proves to have deft comedy timing in his breakout role as Home Alone's child hero, Kevin McCallister.
Is this toothbrush approved by the American Dental Association?
Who would have guessed this kid would be a match for screen veterans like Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern? Well, probably anyone who saw his scene-stealing turn in the previous year's John Candy comedy, Uncle Buck, also from John Hughes.
I hope you're hungry. You should see that toast. I couldn't even get it through the door.
Which demonstrated he could easily spar with grown-up actors. Culkin was only 10 years old when the movie was made, and with his cute face, tongue-in-cheek comedy stylings, and a grasp of adult material that belied his age, Home Alone was the perfect showcase for his talents, earning him several awards. This round goes to... Thanks for watching JoBlo videos. If you enjoy our shows, please like and subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when new videos go live. Now, back to the show! In A Christmas Story, Ralphie is driven by the acquisition of a faux firearm, which requires trying to stay in the good graces of the old man, which he achieves only to varying success. This desire to bear arms even leads him to try and enlist his teacher in his quest for the dream Christmas present.
Well, I just thought that you'd be getting tired of the same old stuff.
Yes, truly, a little bribe never hurts.
One that nobody older than himself thinks he should have.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Shoot your eye out.
Oh, no. You'll shoot your eye out?
For Kevin McCallister, the stakes are life and death, or at least as much as a PG-rated movie could allow. Left all alone at home, the boy is forced to fend off two diabolical burglars and has to undertake a lot more drastic measures to achieve his goals.
It's too late for you, kid. We're already in the house. We're gonna get you.
Okay, come and get me!
Sure, it's basically a family-friendly Die Hard, or possibly the similar French thriller Deadly Games, also known as 3615 Code Père Noël, whose director accused the Home Alone filmmakers of plagiarism. Either way, the situation is a little more serious for Kevin. This round goes to...
Hello.
Ralphie's father is stern, and his mother might be overly doting, but they are both endearing in their own ways, except maybe for insisting on him wearing Aunt Clara's gift.
It looks like a pink nightmare. Are you happy wearing that? Do you want to take it off? Tell the kid to take it off.
When he's not eating like a pig,
Mommy's little piggy!
younger brother Randy seems to look up to Ralphie, even requiring attention when immobilized by winter clothing. The gruff, turkey-obsessed old man sees a lot of himself in Ralphie, even going so far as to get him the gift he so desperately wanted. And, needless to say, Ralphie's folks score extra points for never accidentally leaving him behind. Kevin's chaotic house is filled not just with his parents, but also 2 older brothers and 2 older sisters, all of whom pick on him in varying degrees, whether it's pretentious sister Lenny,
You're what the French call les incompétents,
or obnoxious bully Buzz.
I wouldn't let you sleep in my room if you were growing on my ass.
And there's a whole lot of extended family staying in the house before flying out to Paris.
Fuller, go easy on the Pepsi.
Kevin's own actions early in the movie make him the fall guy for a lot of things gone awry, compounded by his refusal to apologize and take responsibility, instead wishing they would all just disappear.
I didn't want to see you again for the rest of my whole life, and I didn't want to see anybody else either.
Is it possible Mr. and Mrs. McCallister kinda sorta wanted to leave Kevin behind while they enjoyed Gay Paris? Just kidding, they might be really forgetful, twice.
Funnily enough, we never lose our luggage.
But they clearly love him, and special props to Mom for making the long solo trek back to the burbs to reunite with her boy. This round goes to...
Sausage and olives and
Look what you
onions
did, you little jerk!
The biggest villains in Ralphie's life are the neighborhood bullies Scut Farkas and Grover Dill, who constantly harass him and his friends. On the surface, they seem intimidating, but when push comes to shove, Ralphie ends up losing his shit and profoundly knocks the stuffing out of his abrasive red-headed nemesis. Kevin's large house is a prime target in the Wet Bandits crime spree.
And that's the one, Marvin. That's the silver tuna.
Harry and Marv may ultimately not be successful, but they are cunning and dastardly, judging by their willingness to completely steal Christmas from families, as well as the implication they appear perfectly willing to murder a kid to complete their robbery and get away. This round goes to...
Crowbars up.
Ralphie is prone to vivid daydreams, whether it's envisioning his teacher as either a vile witch or his operatic savior, or making his parents remorseful over the blinding effects of soap poisoning.
How can we do it? Well, I'll manage to get along. Somehow.
I'll never forgive myself.
Thanks, Mom.
His most prominent fantasy, unsurprisingly, involves protecting his family from a horde of cartoonish home invaders using his desired rifle. While Ralphie can only dream about owning a BB gun, Kevin actually has one in his arsenal, while actively dealing with the very real burglars invading his home. But he also applies his creativity and imagination to conjure various inventive traps, from surfaces that are slick, or sticky, or spiky, to intense heat and pendulum paint cans. Considering all the cuts and contusions, testicle punishment, third-degree burns, and probably tetanus and subdural hematoma, it's a miracle Harry and Marv escape with their lives. This round goes to...
All right. See you later. Okay. Bye.
Ralphie does let slip a giant
Oh, fudge.
Ralphie gets the unpleasant soap treatment because of this, just like so many parents have threatened. But rather than narc on his old man, the true source of the F-bomb, Ralphie tosses his buddy Schwartz under the bus. Geez, between that and abandoning Flick on the playground during a triple dog dare, he sure is ruthless with his friendships. Kevin's language is clean as a whistle.
For the kids.
Even his increasingly abused adversaries, led by one of the all-time great users of profanity, Joe Pesci,
I'm what counts out here, not your country clubs or your TV shows. Me, you mother my mother. Peekaboo, you you. Maybe if I stick your face to this win over here, like, you know, you'll get unconfused. Give me the money.
both spit and stumble over their swear words.
What? What?
It's all very PG rated. This round goes to...
Why the hell did you take your shoes off?
Why the
hell you dressed like a chicken?
From the opening moments, A Christmas Story is brimming with Christmas cheer, with a snow-covered town and children gawking in store windows at the marvels within. The family acquires and decorates a large Christmas tree, lit with all the glory that 1940s electrical wiring can handle. And they enjoy a holiday parade before Ralphie finally gets a chance to ask the man with the bag for his coveted rifle.
How about a nice football? 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 What's a football?
It all culminates with the unwrapping of gifts and a special, if unplanned, Christmas feast. Kevin's house and neighborhood are appropriately snow-covered and decorated, while the inside is filled with the kind of challenging craziness that comes with visiting relatives. But the entire McCallister clan takes off to spend the holiday in France, leaving it to the deserted child to pick out a tree and throw a festive party of his own.
They come back?
Paris.
Kevin does go to see an off-duty Santa and pays a visit to a church before Mom and the rest of the family arrive home just in time for Christmas. This round goes to... Despite Ralphie seemingly failing to convince any adult, including Saint Nick himself, that he should have the Red Ryder air rifle, dear old Dad couldn't resist giving him the gift. Of course, Ralphie isn't quite the sharpshooter of his imagination and immediately takes a ricochet in the face.
Oh my God, I shot my eye out!
He's then introduced to fine Chinese cuisine after neighbor Bumpus's hungry dogs demolish the family turkey. That Christmas night, Ralphie goes to bed sleeping soundly, his prized rifle cradled safely in his arms, in a home that's filled with the love of a caring family. Kevin literally fought for his life and his home against the wet bandits in order to be reunited with his family. He also got some assistance from the shovel-wielding neighbor he thought was creepy but turned out to be kindly and lonely, and contributed to the man's own Christmas miracle. Kevin went through the ringer and came out the other side a more independent young man, conscious of his actions and their repercussions. And he kicked the crap out of a couple of notorious burglars. This round goes to...
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
A Christmas Story may not have lit up the box office like Home Alone, but it became a VHS favorite and has undoubtedly left an enduring impact over nearly 4 decades. Its period setting and vignette style might make it more heavily venerated by an older generation. Many people of a certain age will see the word fragile and have to fight the urge to say,
fragile. It must be Italian.
An annual 24-hour cable TV marathon helps ensure the movie can still be discovered by new audiences, at least those who haven't switched strictly to streaming anyway. The movie has been adapted into a long-running musical stage play, and a live TV version aired in 2017. While it didn't quite launch a franchise,
Son of a bitch.
it did get a little-seen pseudo-sequel called My Summer Story, which coincidentally starred Macaulay's brother Kieran Culkin as young Ralphie. A Christmas Story holds its place in the pantheon of Christmas movies and has been immortalized in the Library of Congress for being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. The actual house from the movie has been restored and converted into a bed and breakfast with museum and gift shop across the street. But perhaps the movie's greatest contribution to pop culture is the old man's own prize, the infamous leg lamp,
But it's a major award. I won it.
which has since been merchandised in just about every conceivable way. As for star Peter Billingsley, he has made other acting appearances over the years, including assisting villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but is perhaps now better known for stepping behind the camera for friends Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau on material like Maid, The Breakup, and Dinner for Five. As for Home Alone, it was a box office smash on release, with an astonishing $476 million in worldwide ticket sales. And it was even nominated for Academy Awards for Best Original Score and Best Original Song. It remains a holiday classic that's regularly viewed each year, and even people who have somehow never seen the movie will still know that famous aftershave moment. Macaulay Culkin returned to the role for Home Alone 2: Lost in New York, an implausible but seemingly beloved retread of the first movie, which was then followed over the years by sequels, remakes, and reboots of diminishing returns and quality, including a recent Disney Plus version that nobody really seems to like. As for Culkin, he went on to a few other notable roles, but semi-retired from acting in the mid-90s, preferring to try and lead a normal life. He does still make occasional film and TV appearances, but is mainly now focused on music and personal projects. This round goes to...
There you go. Don't spoil your dinner.
I won't.
There may be generation gaps between their fans, but both movies are fondly remembered and rightfully embraced by adoring audiences looking for a little comedy with their Christmas cheer, and are each enjoyed every year as the holiday draws near. But in this battle of Yuletide youngsters, the edge goes to Home Alone! Let us know your thoughts. Leave a comment in the comments, and thanks for watching.